Hey, what's going on, everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at these giant plushy teddy bears, how you can create your own design. I'm going to show you a very quick and simple design as well. And yeah, if you guys enjoy my content, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right into it. All right, so guys, the past couple of days, my comment section has been flooded with how did I get the giant teddy bears. Now, I've been using them in the intro of my videos, not of this style, not of the Winnie the Pooh, but just of another teddy bear. And it's really simple. You just have to complete Sadness's like final quest. So make sure you guys unlock the Inside Out realm, and then you do all of Joy and Sadness's quest. Once you finish their friendship quest, you will actually get these items for free. You get two different ones. One that is like a furniture piece and the other one that is Touch of Magic. Now, I will put a warning. Unfortunately, the bears are bugged. Like, as you can see, the eyes right here and the nose is showing white. That is not how I designed this teddy bear. It's half the time they're completely invisible. Like, for example, if I were to go over here to customize, go down to this bear that I had right here, it's showing it's all white. You have to like log out, log back in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it renders it, and other times it doesn't. So if you're wondering why your bear, like the textures and the colors and everything disappeared, the designs, it's bugged. I really hope this is one of those that they actually fix very quickly, because this item is so freaking good. But let's go take a look at two quick designs that I saw, and then I'm going to show you how to make a very, very quick and simple Winnie the Pooh build. Alright, so yeah, we have this post over in our Discord by Febrian here that said my Touch of Magic recreation of Winnie the Pooh. And they actually made a highly detailed version of Winnie the Pooh. I love it, love the shirt, love the honey pot right here. The eyes, even like the pink right here, like he's blushing, even has like this mouth open, the tongue right here, the eyebrows. This is a perfection. Put it in a Winnie the Pooh build. I'm going to show you how, if you're not a professional, at Touch of Magic. I definitely am not either. I'm going to show you how to do a very simplified version. But if you're a more advanced Touch of Magic user, then you'd be able to create incredible stuff like this. So Febrian, thank you so much for the inspiration. We all appreciate you. And then I also saw this post over here on Reddit by a current Raspberry 6094. They posted this 7 days ago. They said Care Bears in the Valley, and they're starting up making their own Care Bear collection. Okay, so let's make a very like simplified version of Winnie the Pooh. Even if you are like a complete beginner at Touch of Magic, you'll be able to make this in just a couple of minutes. So whenever you do unlock the bear, you'll end up being able to go to customize right here, and then you want to scroll down, and we actually want to click on the bear right here. So that's how you start it off. Then kind of put them like up here, and then we're gonna back out. And oh, sorry, we need to click on this little icon right here so we can actually edit and create our own bear. So then at the top one right here is going to be the base color. So you would click this over here and then pick, do you want him to be yellow like this? Maybe you want him to be more of an orange color with a red shirt, or a little bit in between right here. So you can pick whatever. I guess for this video we're going to do right here, kind of like in between. And then the other one right here, if we change this, that's going to be his eyes and his nose. So we already have his base like skin right here, and then eyes and nose. And then you can also change the material, like the texture. So you could do something like this one here if you wanted, and then also switch that to black. So there we go. Looks it's like his eyes and nose have a little bit of texture, but you could choose whatever you want. And then we're going to click on this. Now you have these shapes you can mess around with, like this one right here is really good. You can move it down like this, rotate it, click this little color thing at the bottom, and then you can make it the red, which I feel like this red right here is perfect. You can make it bigger and kind of move it up and stuff. But what I would recommend, if you just want something very quick, go back to shapes, and then we are going to go to this one right here. We're going to click on this, and we still have that red, and then we are just going to expand it like this. Remember, Winnie the Pooh's shirt doesn't go all the way down, so we could do something like that. And the front part is actually already done. So then we can go over here, hit shapes. We're going to click on this one right here. Let's go to the back side here, and then straighten it out, and then zoom in, make it pretty big. And then let's look, make sure it's about the same size, a little bit more. If you need to rotate it, do it like that. And then let's try this. So not bad, not bad. And then you can of course adjust the angles to make it like smooth it out over here, or you could add some additional pieces as well. But again, if we're doing something quick, let's just do that. And then let's do his eyebrows. So go back to shapes again. We're gonna click on this one right here. And we're gonna move it up. We're gonna make it as small as we can. Click this little box. And then hit these little arrows right here. And that's gonna make them very small. And then let's go ahead and change it to black. And then for this, we just need to rotate. And then boom, we actually have his eyebrows now. So then we can do the same thing. Go to shapes, click on this one, click on the box, click the arrow, change the color to black, and then bring it up and rotate it. And then there we go. So you could keep going from here, add some additional details, but if you wanted a quick basic Winnie the Pooh, there you go. You could also add your own if you want his little like his neck piece, like whenever he's actually eating honey, it has like that whitish like gray napkin that he ties around his neck. You could do something like that. Like Febrian had, they actually ended up doing like a honey pot right here. You could probably spell out some names with letters if you wanted. And then make sure your stuff is connected. So I actually need to go back in here and then touch that up. But if you end up getting like the eyebrows on the backside too, you could just go and grab like literally any shape. You could even do a little circle like this. We could expand it like that. And then we would change the color to the same color that he has. And then boom, covered it up. So that's how you could make a very quick Winnie the Pooh. We place it down. And then ta-da! It looks pretty good. Not bad, not bad. At least, you know, he might hold us over until we can actually get Winnie the Pooh in the valley. And then you could also do the same thing I did, like trying to disappear the eyebrows on the back of his head with his tail back here, how it's like black. Or you could leave it. I kind of like it like that. But if you guys want to see more videos on like different designs for the bears, please let me know down below. I'm actually having a lot of fun decorating and doing touch of magic on the bears, rather than like some of the other furniture pieces is kind of tricky because a lot of the furniture pieces are very small. The bears have a lot of room to work with. And you can honestly, you don't even have to like go for anything. So I had fun just creating like this thing right here. It makes no sense. Oh, I wish it wasn't bugging out. It makes no sense, but it's fun to make. So we could end up making another bear. Let's see, I'm at the maximum. Let me delete something. Let's delete this right here. Okay, so we could like change his color right here. Let's make him a red bear for whatever reason. You know, you could make a Valentine's bear if you wanted. And then let's get some symbols. We got food. Oh, villain vibes. Okay. And then sometimes if you move like stuff upwards, it'll like change the color of his arms and stuff. So just keep in mind with that. But you can put any motifs that you want on here. Let's see. What should we do? I think there was actually a Care Bear that had a moon on his chest. So you could do that and you could change him. I think he was the blue one. So, you know, you could change him to one of these colors and create your own little Care Bear with the moon icon here. Don't forget the glossiness shows how like metallic he is. So if you have this all the way up, or you can have it all the way down, so it's more of like a stuffed plushie. But I'm liking this color already, and we could just keep going and add some random stuff on here. There's also little motifs, and you know, you can end up creating him like a little Christmas sweater. Like even this right here, if I were to remove the moon, it's like I'm already making a Christmas sweater, even though this has Pumbaa on it. Look, we can even give him a little tattoo at the top right here. And there's even a little stitching thing right here. So if you wanted it to look like he actually is like torn a little bit, you could do this. We could shrink it. We could also change the color, make it black, and then look like, you know, he's got like stitches or a scar or something like that if you wanted. But you know, something super basic like this, he actually doesn't even look that bad. And that is it for the video, guys. So if you do end up creating some designs, be sure check out our Discord so we can take a look at your designs. You can post them in the Share Your Valley section. But these are one of my favorite items. I honestly hope they keep adding more of these. Even if they are touch of magic, they can definitely spruce up the builds in your valley. But that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.